Empires rise loudly. They fall loudly. Civilizations survive quietly. India did not survive because it was never conquered. It survived because it was never emptied. Temples were broken. Universities were burned. Texts were lost. Yet something remained intact. The framework. When external pressure arrived, Sanatan Dharma did not collapse into chaos. It bent, adapted, and reassembled. That was not accidental. It was the result of intellectual architecture laid centuries earlier. Shankara understood something fundamental. Power changes hands. Ideas decide continuity. By decentralizing knowledge, he ensured no single failure could end the tradition. By unifying philosophy without enforcing uniformity, he prevented fragmentation. By grounding spirituality in inquiry, he made it resilient to fear. Later reformers did not start from nothing. They started from a spine that already existed. Bhakti movements flourished without rejecting Advaita. Yoga traditions deepened without contradicting Vedanta. Ritual continued without overpowering knowledge. Even disagreement happened within a shared language. That is survival. When colonial interpretations tried to reduce Hinduism to superstition, Advaita stood as an intellectual defense. When modern secularism tried to frame spirituality as irrational, non-duality challenged the assumption. When identity politics fragmented belief, the idea of a shared underlying reality remained. This is why Sanatan Dharma could not be erased. Because it was not dependent on a single prophet. Not tied to a single book. Not limited to a single historical event. It was a system of inquiry. And Shankara refined that system at its most vulnerable moment. He did not freeze tradition. He stabilized it. He did not demand obedience. He demanded understanding. That difference matters. Today, people search for meaning in ideologies, movements, and identities. They look for certainty in external structures. Shankara pointed inward. Not toward emotion. Toward awareness. He asked people to examine the one thing they never questioned. The sense of being. That inquiry is still open. That is why his work did not age. It waits for each generation to rediscover it when confusion returns. This series did not tell the story of a saint. It traced the intervention of a thinker who prevented a civilization from dissolving into noise. When India was losing its soul, it was not saved by kings or armies. It was saved by clarity. By a monk who understood that the strongest foundations are invisible. This is not mythology. This is not nostalgia. This is the architecture of survival. And it is still holding. Series ends here.